EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. This fielded at the 2.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now this time Mahomes will throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mahomes now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Anthony Brown right there to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First down, Chiefs.
Yellow. There's a line. You ain't got attack. 43. 43. Check three.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Partner, I think we can all agree that that was a pretty darn good opening drive right there. And the key to it all, going for it on 4th down earlier in the drive. Set a tone for it. And the best part, they made it pay off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Their boy down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 25-yard line. Elliott running right. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 24, Prescott. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Here we go. Lining. Mike spoke forward. It's a party now.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Watkins, the intended receiver.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the counter, Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
And now here comes Kansas City. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
I got you, pop.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Yellow. I'm the Wolverine. Right 54. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. He's got his man, that's Hardman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
15. Hey, 1 set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. All day.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. 36 yards on the play.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Tyrone Crawford picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First down, Chiefs.
Yellow! Attack, attack! I know he ain't got it. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Bullshit! Hey, watch that.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Point after, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
You.
To throw is Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
44, Mike, 44.
Here's Prescott. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Intended for Bengals pass. Incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Mike's 50. Rip right. Mike's 50. Yo.
Final play of the half. Prescott. Cooper's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking in the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. 10th carry now for Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
That's the way. 59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott on the crossing route. He hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 54 yards. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, good move. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at the 20.
Check right. Watch twist. Hey, 57.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Go. 15. Big ass. 15. Take motion. Mike's 54.
Now here's Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Let's go, Rule 80. 54. We want this.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Hey, 15.
They run it again with Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. The point after is good, and we are tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece. Harrison Butker set to kick off.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Check.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, kill. 47. 26.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And boom, Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 68 yards. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. Marr on for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go. 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Yellow. Money. Watch 54. Hey, pick it up, defense. Hey, 43, 15. Okay.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Mahomes now to throw. Flush to his right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I think when they get back in the huddle, the question will be, why did you throw that one? The coverage was incredible all over him. The only thing you didn't do after he caught the ball as a defender was get his feet in bounds. That should have been a turnover.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Back now in Arlington. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Attack! Watch the twist!
Here we go with Williams. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Here we go, 46.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Again, it's Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
On first down, it's Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Mahomes to throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They run, it's Williams. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Marr now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. On 1st and 10, Prescott flushed out right. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Prescott from the gun. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The end result, 21 yards.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
A first down throw for Prescott. Right back to Cooper, and he got him again. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the red zone now, Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Looking again that time for Amari Cooper. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Slam, slam, slam.
They'll throw again. Prescott looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Elliott. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Brett Marr now for the Cowboy field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Marr is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 23-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill out the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
At the 27-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a give, right side. Elliott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 3rd down.
Here we go. Check line 54. Line 54. Watch the run.
Now Prescott. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. And it's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. Randall Cobb on the breakaway. Touchdown, Cowboys. Randall Cobb, 76 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Complete. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Caught by Cobb. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And some space here. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yards.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the goal line.
We play to win. Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Here's Prescott.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Come on, D.
Now a give, right side. Elliott. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Check. Watch 54.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Caught left side by Cobb. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st.
60-yard attempt.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
And now here come the Cowboys. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. when you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 34.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go. Get done. Let's go. Here we go.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
The throw to the middle taken in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Check. Watch 54. On the army. Show it. There we go. Kill. Mike's 5-4. Hey, keep 26.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Prescott. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half, a second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Watch that. Check Mike 54.
Final play of the half. Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Gun.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Hey, watch the slant. He's coming.
They go to Elliott again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
There we go. Sliding. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I got it. 26.
They run the counter. It's Elliott. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Check. Watch 54. Watch. We're going to 52.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39.
Cowboys, 1st down.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now a give, right side. Weber. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now Elliott. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Dallas kicker, Brett Maher. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. The kick by Maher is good, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you to the end zone and get you 6?
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Here's Prescott. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just 1 big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Malik Collins never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Prescott now. And this is going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Cowboys will go. Prescott trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
Looking to throw, Prescott. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Anthony Brown. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Eluding the pressure right. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a two-point conversion. To throw is Prescott. Steps away to his left. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. From the pistol, here's Elliott. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Now they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
There was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no. They went to him on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down, all 3 incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Being chased out left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
They'll look to throw. That's complete to Cobb. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. On 1st down, Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Prescott to throw. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today.
A 32-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Here we go. Sliding. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 26.
Prescott. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 55. Here we go. 26.
Prescott to throw it. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And Cooper's got a big game going. That's complete again. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the catch there brings up second down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now Prescott. Oh, he almost had it. Would have been a big interception here in OT. Instead, it'll give them another shot on 3rd down. And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Prescott from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyrone Crawford drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Austin. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. It reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 42-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Trying to run for it with Pollard. He's got a 1st down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
Mark 54. I'm coming after you. We're going to 56.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, breaking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 56.
They run the counter. It's Elliott. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the 1st down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Okay, so interesting here. A field goal would win this thing, but the kicking team on the sideline, and they're going for it on 4th down.
26.
Running with Elliott. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Marr now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
There we go, Pac-Man. Waiting.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
On the toss play, Howard. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Undercut, undercut, undercut. Hey, Delta.
Now Wentz. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Running with Howard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Throwing is Wentz. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. They run with Howard. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock. Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 10 yards out. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. They gotta love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
This one taken just inside the 10. Accelerating, and off he goes. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, 91 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
Break it up. Back pass. 120. And watch the leg.
On first down, Wentz. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Howard, 55 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. 30-yard line.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Here we go. 51 for Mike. Go. Get out there. Off the screen. 26.
This is Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big run that time by Elliott. 56 yards. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
They'll
try to run it in with Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. A 1-yard run on first down, another yard that gets them into the end zone on second down. Maybe not much for the yards per carry average, but hey, 6 points.
Yeah, bottom line is it doesn't matter there. You've got to find a way to wedge it into the end zone. Yards per carry, that's out the window. How do you score? And on the second down, they had something going. They got a yard before. They thought they could do it again, and they got it done.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
23 yards, the final tally. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body. Ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control, and you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
11 yards there, first down.
First down, Eagles.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
On first, they go right back to Howard. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Wentz going to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Wentz going to go on 4th down. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this one.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. He's going to let this go. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, 56 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 51 to Mike, boy. 51.
Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Cooper was the intended target.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He's got it at the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one good for 37 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Hey, kill.
Here's Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand-new ball game. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down.
57.
Working from the gun, Wentz. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
54's Mike.
Hey, team 6.
A final shot before half for Wentz. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Throwing. Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run with Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't it? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. Here's Prescott. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Eagles' defense able to hold. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll begin the drive with Howard. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go with Howard again, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. On 1st down, they run with Howard. Anthony Brown there on the tackle.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Again, it's Howard. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Throwing now is Wentz.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Back now in Arlington. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Back now in Arlington. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Wentz now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. Wentz now to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Now left side on the swing pass. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Again, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have moved out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Prescott now. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. He'll rifle this one into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Cooper was the target there.
Here we go. Waiting.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs.
1st down, Eagles.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st down, it's Howard. Sheds off the tackle, past the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Howard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. Now a desperation throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis.
It's second and 8 at the 34-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. He's going to go for a big play. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Check pass. Check pass.
One last shot now for Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Big D. We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Marr now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Defense wins championships, baby.
A first carry now for Jordan Howard. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Go. 180.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
They'll run on first down. Howard. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard, 56 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Mike, 51.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Elliott. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try again with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Brett Maher on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 27 yards there, a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate. When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line? Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Check 43. Hey, what's it done?
To throw, it's Wentz. They'll set up the screen to Howard. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Doug Patterson keeping the offense on the field. They're going on 4th down. A carry here for the big tight end. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Check tight end. Check tight. Check tight.
Hey, kill it. Hey, forward, don't kill it.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike.
Wait, touch.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. Looking deep for his tight end Ertz. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. A first down carry by Elliott. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Elliott. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. On first down, Elliott. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On second down, Elliott. And an alley to run. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Now Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Howard. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Sunday.
Right there. 54, right there, right there.
Hey, wahoo!
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this is going to be intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. He was brought down by Kamu Brugier-Hill.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Again, it's Elliott, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Now Prescott. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
First down, Dallas.
51 to mine. Marcus, defense, Marcus.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 51 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Anthony Brown right there to knock it away. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The veteran safety, George Iloka, there to break that one up.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Go. 280.
Mike 5-4. Here we go.
Wentz now on first down. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play there for Philly. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Into the red zone, Wentz. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the second person in his ear.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home here.
Looking to throw. Prescott looking deep in the direction of Coop. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 70 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw is Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Minus 9 yards on the play, and now it's 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I'm trying to collect.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Hey, Foxtrot. Watch the out. Hey, watch the
Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off Byron Jones. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. 5 yards. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. And they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
There we go. Slide in. 52.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Elliott running right. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Joe Schobert in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
It's a gain of 13, and how about that? They're able to convert on 4th and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Elliott. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 45 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Now Mayfield. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
Well, he better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be out.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Finding room to the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On second down, it's Pollard. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it third down.
Get out there.
Prescott from the gun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on third down, maybe said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Marr able to put this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big gain of 31 on third down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield flushed out right. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Mayfield to throw it, and an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
That's right, baby.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's got some space here. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. A give to Elliott running left. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
A second down throw for Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to bury him for a loss of 11. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a third and long now after the sack. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now Austin. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, right at the 30. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Defense, keep it up, guys.
On second and 11 now. Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he's way down into Dallas territory inside the Cowboy 15. A big play that time for Cleveland. 45 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a first and 10 at their own 22. They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. The tackle by Terrence Mitchell.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. On first down, Elliott. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it second and 14.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Power running by Zeke. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. They keep on the ground with Elliott. A gain of 3, second down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the fourth. On second down now, it's Elliott. Tackle made by Demarius Randall. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they double them up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, first and 10 at their own 23. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. 22
yards.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Johnson, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
To throw on second and 10, Mayfield. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry, 55 yards. And the Browns are back within a score. The extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Joseph now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
I'm going back to you.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Throwing on second and 14. Prescott, wide open receiver, complete. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now. I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They go to Elliott again. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Prescott to throw on 4th. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one a back. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. Marr now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
We go, touch! 180!
Right now, let's go. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Shoot! Rush in! Rush in! You go tight. You got
Turbo,
You got kill.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
No.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
First and 10 at the 45-yard
Hold
line.
on. Check. Louis. 5.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Incomplete.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
On 2nd and 10. Goff. Open man right side is caught complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was going right back to Cooper Kupp, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Ric Flair.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Banjo. 48.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. Gurley's got the 1st down and then some. And all the way down to the 5. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Check the backer. Hey, switch gears. Watch twist.
They'll try the air now with Goff, eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Hey, Haywood!
Out of the gun. Gone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Elliott a 1st down and more as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. This is Elliott. He spins free. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Keep playing hard.
At the 43-yard line.
We're going to 53.
58, Mike.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 57 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bash. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. A handoff left to Elliott. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now Prescott. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
54. You can't block me. You can't block me. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Here we go. Here we go. Check, 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 check.
Hey, kill.
Motion.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Come on. 180.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now it's gone. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All day. Mike 5-4.
Maverick.
Goff now looks to throw. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, Goff. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Check hot route.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite.
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's
looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Wait, Alpha.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was looking to go back to Cooks one more time. Third down here. A shotgun snap for Goff. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete. Byron Jones on the coverage.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Mike 54. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
DC.
The final shot before break here. Goff. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a give right side. Elliott. There he goes again. And finally brought down at the 38. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop.
2nd and 10 at the Rams 39-yard line.
On second down, Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Now Prescott. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's good for 28 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
On second down now, it's Elliott. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Pollard. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
Brings up 4th down.
Brett Maher now for the Cowboy field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Maher is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
20.
54. Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
They'll try and choose some clock with Gurley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
A gain there of 21 yards.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They run. It's Gurley. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. 2nd down, it's Henderson. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Hey, Zoo.
From the gun, here's Goff. They got a man, it's Woods. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Off to Woods as the Rams move the chains. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. He will push his way down to about the 14. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Here we go. Shoot!
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Zerline's kick is up and through. And the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Prescott. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.